Hey, what's up everyone? Let's talk about something for a second. You wake up, you're ready to go smash a workout, but you haven't eaten a thing. And that little voice in your head just starts freaking out, right? Don't do it, you're gonna lose all your gains. We've all been there. But what if I told you that little voice has it completely 100% back?
Yeah, this is the big one, isn't it? The number one fear. The idea that if you dare lift a single dumbbell before your oatmeal, your body will just start chewing on your own muscle for energy. It's one of the oldest myths in the fitness world, and honestly, it's probably been holding a lot of people back. But this is where things get super interesting. See, your body is so much smarter than we give it credit for. When you work out in a fasted state, it doesn't panic. Nope. It kicks off this brilliant, pre-programmed plan to protect your muscle and go directly after your stored body fat instead. So let's break down exactly how this all works. We're going to start by totally busting that big muscle myth. Then we'll get into your body's secret hormonal game plan. We'll look at what happens the second you start lifting, talk about the awesome afterburn effect, and then wrap it all up with a super simple 3-step guide to make sure you do it right. Alright, first things first, let's put this old myth to rest for good. What is actually going on inside your body when you decide to train before that first meal of the day? So, the story we've all been told is that your body hits the panic button and starts breaking down precious muscle tissue for a quick energy fix. But the reality, thanks to our own biology, is that your body's top priority is to preserve that muscle you've worked so hard for. It knows there's a much easier and way more abundant fuel source just sitting there, waiting to be used. And that's your stored body fat. Just think about it logically for a sec. Muscle is metabolically expensive. It takes a ton of resources to build and maintain. It's your engine, it's your armor. Your body's not just going to toss it into the fire for a quick burst of energy. It treats muscle like its most valuable gear, not some cheap disposable granola bar you'd find in your gym bag. Okay, so if it's not burning muscle, what is it doing? Well, this is the really cool part. Before you even lift a single weight, your hormones are already working behind the scenes, setting the stage for an incredibly efficient fat-burning session. It all starts with insulin. Because you haven't eaten, your insulin levels are low and stable. Now you can think of insulin as the gatekeeper to your fat cells. When insulin is low, that gatekeeper is basically on a coffee break, which means the gates to your stored fat swing wide open, making all that energy totally available for use. So what happens next? Adrenaline starts to creep up. And this isn't that crazy fight or flight stress spike. It's more like a slow, smooth turning of a dial. This gentle rise in adrenaline coaxes that newly unlocked fat to leave the storage cells and enter your bloodstream, getting it ready for your muscles to use as clean fuel. And here's the real game changer. At the exact same time, your body releases pulses of growth hormone. Its main job in this situation, to act like a personal bodyguard for your muscles. It's basically putting up a giant hands-off sign on all your muscle tissue, which signals to your body, hey, leave this alone and go burn that fat that's now floating around. So the perfect fat burning stage has been set, right? Your fat is unlocked, it's mobilized in your bloodstream, and your muscle is being protected. So what happens the moment you actually start your first set? Well, here's the thing. Your muscles come prepared. They have their own little fuel tanks packed and ready to go right there on site. For the first couple of seconds, they run on pure explosive energy, stuff like ATP and creatine. Then, to get you through your sets, they tap into their own stored glycogen. Now, notice what's missing from that list? Exactly, your muscle protein. It's not even a backup option. And as you get deeper into the workout, that gentle rise in adrenaline turns into a full-on spike. This is like your body's mission control shouting, "All right, team, we need energy now. Use the easiest, most available fuel we've got."
And thanks to that perfect hormonal setup we just talked about, the easiest fuel by a long shot is all that body fat that's now cruising through your bloodstream. Now, this next part is something that most people just completely miss, but it might actually be the biggest benefit of this whole thing. The magic doesn't stop when you do your last rep. Oh no. In fact, it's just getting started. Seriously, this is awesome. After a fasted lifting session, your metabolism and your fat-burning furnace stay cranked way up for hours, sometimes for up to 72 hours after you've left the gym. Your body just keeps pulling from those fat stores for energy. It's like your body just announced a massive belly fat clearance sale and everything must go. And when you do this consistently, these benefits start to stack up. It's like you're upgrading your body's entire operating system. You become more sensitive to insulin, you get way better at sending the food you eat to your muscles for repair instead of to your fat cells for storage. And you just get incredibly efficient at using your own body fat for fuel all the time. You're basically teaching your body how to be a leaner, more efficient machine. Okay, so by now you get the why. It's a seriously powerful tool, but let's get to the how. The good news is, making this whole thing safe and effective is actually really simple. It all comes down to just 3 basic rules. Rule number 1, focus on strength, not suffering. This is not the time to go do an hour of brutal, high-intensity cardio. Stick to your solid strength training with clean, good form reps. Rule 2, refuel the smart way. Your first meal afterward should be simple. Get some quality protein in to start the muscle repair process, and some easily digestible carbs to restock your energy stores. And rule 3, seal the deal with sleep. 7 to 9 hours is non-negotiable. That's where the real magic of recovery and progress really happens.
And that's really what this all boils down to. This isn't about forcing your body to do something it doesn't want to do. It's about understanding its amazing built-in intelligence and finally starting to work with it instead of against it. You're becoming a partner with your own biology to get stronger and leaner in a much smarter, more efficient way.
So, by swapping out an old, outdated myth for some pretty simple science, you're not just changing a single workout. You're literally upgrading your body's entire relationship with fuel and energy. You get to stop worrying, stop guessing, and start making progress with confidence. So, the only question left is, are you ready to train smarter?